Like I'm not acting now like I do when I'm behind the camera or in front of the camera filming. And I think part of that is circumstantial. Like right now,
Mhm.
I'm not like, yes, I'm in front of a camera. We're having a conversation, but this is a very different conversation than when I'm at the gym having my recess and having fun. Like that
Yeah.
personality that comes out and is imbued through me when I'm there is very much what I do when I'm at the gym and what I was doing before or without a camera. Like if
I
I'm
see
having
you
fun
as
with
the same person. Like I see you as the exact same great person on camera and well, on camera.
thank
I
you.
don't see a difference.
I appreciate that. We've been accused of the opposite, but very much like when I go to the gym, I'm having that much fun. That
Hmm.
isn't the same thing though as trying to get people to be authentic and be themselves and comfortable with me when I'm filming them behind the scenes in stressful situations at the games.
Yeah.
I think one of the main reasons why our films were successful in that sport and why our videos are very successful with any um, competitive person is before we get to the high stress situation and the high stakes situation of the CrossFit Games or their big moments, I'm building rapport and relationships with them the months leading up to that. So, like Emma Lawson had a very stressful weekend last year at the CrossFit Games. 9 months before we got there, we're having Thanksgiving dinner with her and her family in Canada. And then a few months before we get there, and while we're there, I'm hanging out with her before the stress gets high. And I'm part of that world and I'm part of what's happening behind the scenes. And I'm not a point of stress for them. I'm a friend and I'm someone that they can trust because we've done this with them. I've had dinner with them. I've been in their homes. I've trained with them. They've seen me suffer. They've seen me look like an idiot because they're outlifting me. And then when we get here to their world where the stakes are high, I'm someone that they can talk to. I'm someone that they can vent to. And I'm someone that isn't a threat to them because I've been a part of the journey the whole time. I just am also there on the final day. And so whenever, like when I filmed the Froning documentary, I remember there was a few times where I said before we get to the CrossFit Games, which is what is going to be the majority of this film, I need to have spent days with Rich. I knew I'd have slept at his house. I need to have hung out with his wife and his friends and seen what his barbecues look like. And one day, the first day of the CrossFit Games, before the events had even started, he was just there signing in. Um, I remember I filmed him through this whole public thing, and then he went to his hotel room with his friends, and I stayed out in the hall. And he texted me, he said, "Hey, where are you?" And I was like, I responded, "I'm just giving you some space. I don't want you to always feel like you need a camera in your face." And he said, "Look, dude, you're a part of this weekend. You're a part of what's happening. You're part of the friends. Just be here, be present." So I said, "Okay." So from that point forward, like I slept in his hotel room one night. Me and that was a whole nother story with his setup was insane. But my point is that I've built the rapport and relationships well before we step foot on anything in where stress is going to be high. And I think that's sort of what you want for anything, right? Like you want to have relationships and trust with your kids and family before things get stressful. You want to have relationships and trust with business partners and friends before things get stressful. Because if it isn't established, it can fracture in that moment of pressure.